applause to our young finalists. The first team is called the Credibility Network. Wonderful names they have. Esra Çalışkan and Cem Dagdelen. Ladies and gentlemen, the team number 1.
Hello, my name is Cem Dagdelen. I'm from Bocconi University in Milan, and this lovely lady here is Esra Çalışkan, and she is from İTÜ, Istanbul Technical University, from Istanbul obviously. And I would like to start with a short story and to explain why we have this guy over here. An art dealer approaches the Getty Museum in California in 1983. And he offers this piece, an undamaged sculpture from 600 BC, if I'm not wrong. And this is completely rare, actually, because under the ground things are kind of violent. You can't really keep things undamaged like this. And eventually, they bring out a lady called Evelyn Harrison, and she looks at the piece and asks the museum if they have already paid for this. So the museum gets puzzled a little bit, and she tells them, just get your money back, there's something wrong with this. And of course they expect some kind of answer, why are you saying this? And she just tells them she felt some kind of intuitive repulsion towards this piece, no explanation at all. Now, a couple of months later, they figure out from some document irregularities that she's right, and the piece is actually fake. But they have paid $10 million for it, there's lawsuits, all this stuff. But the important point is that in that moment that she saw this piece, she felt this inevitable uneasiness about the piece, that there's something wrong. And this is exactly what we need in finance, banking, and insurance companies that blink where we go, this person's credible or not credible, and that judgment in 1 second. And in the network we create, we're trying to go for that. And after years and years of crises, we understand how important credibility is. Not only big institutions, but also individuals. And judging everyone's single individual credibility is, as you see by subprime lending, it proves itself to be really worthy. So we created the Global Credibility Network, where each and every person around the world that are undersigned, if their bank participated in this convention, you receive a credibility score, which is like the system in the States. Everyone gets a credit score, and they are judged in every part of their lives, getting a mortgage, your interest rate depends on it, your down payment depends on it, and so on. So this network, it actually is not in a specific country, it's all around the globe, and if as many as banks involved in it, the more efficient the system, and actually it's also could be called your financial identity, because you take it with you wherever you go. You go talk to a bank in Netherlands, you go talk to a bank in China, they see your score because they're also understanding the same system. The Global Credibility Network, and GCN as we call it, takes into account many variables, such as also financial performance, of course, but such as social trust, things that actually do not exist in today's world, because we think in the conservative way of analyzing creditworthiness, there's some fundamental things that are amiss, such as the social perspective of trust, for instance. Like, if you don't perform well in finance, but you're a really trustworthy person, you don't get the credit for that actually in the financial sense of it. But we put that into effect by introducing a concept called credit rating bonding, which is basically two people going to the bank together and saying, I want to chain my credit score to this person's credit score, and we sign a document, and then through time, our credit scores appreciate together, and if that person's credit score falls, mine also depreciates, slows down, or stops. So you don't take someone that you don't really trust to sign that document, basically. And moreover, we have the unprecedented amount of social network data that we're dealing with, so we also put that into equation. So let's see a little bit what is missing with today's system. Basically, we don't have a standardized system globally of rating individuals' credibilities, and we don't have a system that really minimizes the risk margin, really optimized, and this is definitely a motivation to improve people's financial success, because right now you're giving people something that's going to stick with them the rest of their life. So I don't think no one's going to mess that up like that. So it's really a nice incentive for people to improve their financial success, savings, and their payments as well. And there's no more black and white, which is basically, now today's world, we have either you give someone credit or not, and we want to change that. So this is a system that is tailored to meet your needs. We create a bank that actually knows you, sees you from more than one angle. So it's just much more involved with the client, let's say. Now, to talk about some of these parameters, Esra,